The president the other day was saying we're spending sleepless nights, but he's saying the local engineers have failed to provide a solution. Why have we failed to pull local minds, local efforts, and things like that? It seems you in State House are so confident only in your own corner to know that something is being done, but the people out there are not confident. They don't see it.
And this is why I'm here, to really share the reality, the facts on the ground. Some very difficult to share, but some it should inspire hope. The reality is this is a combination of a lot of issues. One is that we should have over the years invested in climate resilient power infrastructure, but it takes a long time to build power infrastructure, and you have to remember this government has only been in place for just under 3 years. But with that being said, we are undergoing the worst drought in a generation. This drought really has affected our ability to generate electricity, so at least we understand the genesis of the problem. Now the most important thing is the solution. The solution now sits in two key areas. One is making sure we have climate agnostic ways in which we generate power. Number one, we recognize we have an abundant sun. It's not going to be affected by lack of water. There's investments coming on stream with regards to that. You've not only seen the announcements, you've seen the power purchase agreements signed, but then now you're seeing a process where
Which ones in particular are you talking about?
You've got one from Sky Power, which is 1,000 megawatts. But not at one go. It all has to be phased, because you have to remember the grid has some vulnerabilities. You can't plug in 1,000 in one place from a solar perspective, because solar has a degree of volatility. Because when cloud cover happens, when nightfall happens, the power rate goes down. So you need to have stability. So with that being said, there are areas in which you can only add 50, another area can add 100. So you've got all these sites that have been allocated to various entities. There's another from Mazda, which was announced a couple of years ago. Now, that also is progressing very quickly, and we will have boots on the ground. In fact, already they've been on site, they've been doing all the assessments. There's a lot of technical work that goes to develop a power station. And I must mention, every investment, every power infrastructure has a gestation period from the time you identify the opportunity, to the time you raise the money, to the time you get your, all the technical aspects in place and so on to execute the project. It does take time, and then construction, of course, is the most important aspect. So I talked about solar. Then we've got 2 wind projects. There's one happening in Masaiti, another one in Mazabuka. Then you've got a coal project in Mamba, which is an expansion of an existing coal-fired power plant, which will take it from 300 to 600 megawatts.